Hey everybody, Johnny T here. Today we want to talk about bad habits. We all have them. Over time it seems like it's very easy to forget the basics and we fall into some habits or we do things by habit we're not even aware of that we're doing, and a lot of times we can get away with that. They say before something happens you may have up to 600 incidents. So you may do things again and again and again, and nothing happens. So why worry, right? Why worry? First bad habit I want to talk about that I've noticed in some drivers, and that's when inspecting the belts. Don't use your hand. Why is that? Well, some of the newer trucks have a thermostatically controlled clutch. It's air driven up to 90 horsepower. And that can turn on even though the motor is off. So be aware of that. So the best thing to do, just use your tire thumper. This can be used to manipulate the belt. You can check your free play. Make sure you have adequate free play. Check the condition of your belt, but don't use your hand. Use the old tire thumper. Another thing. Here's a habit I've noticed on some drivers, and it's called dry steering. What that means is you're turning your steering wheel and your vehicle is stationary. So you might be backing into a dock, you might be on a tight curve or something, and you're repositioning and you're just cranking that steering wheel. And if you look at the wheel, sometimes you may notice if you do a lot of dry steering, you'll start developing cups. So if you want to extend the life of the tire, make sure you're moving a little bit with that truck. Let the clutch out a little bit, get some linear motion, and eliminate that dry steering. It's going to be a lot easier on the tire, it's going to be easier on the steering system, and those are very important components, at least to me. Here's another nifty tool for you. This is available at any auto parts store. I know it's got some pretty wicked looking hooks on the end. This is called a gasket puller. It's $5-6. And what you can use for this for when you're inspecting your tires, you may find rocks that are starting to wear in. They're developing a cup in the tire. You may have debris in the tire. Invest a few dollars in a gasket puller, and it's very useful for taking out debris. Sometimes you can't get out with your hands. The last thing I want to look at here is when you're inspecting or working with batteries. Anytime you're working with batteries, wear some of these. A key fact about batteries, they develop hydrogen gas over time, and all it takes is a spark and the battery can't explode. So if you're jumping the batteries or doing anything with them, recharging them, if you're handling batteries, working with batteries, wear these. Another question for you. Suppose you don't have your goggles and the battery does explode and you do get some battery acid in your eyes. What do? Well, of course you know the answer. You're going to flush your eyes. But you may not be near water or a fresh source of water. What do? Do you wait till you go blind? What they recommend is use any drinkable fluid as an eye wash. Cold coffee, pop, juice, anything you have. Urine, believe it or not, is drinkable. You can use urine to flush your eyes. So use anything to cut that battery acid. So that's it for today. We went over a few bad habits. So definitely don't use your hands when you're checking your belts. Invest in a gasket puller. That's a very useful tool. Invest in some goggles. Save them eyes. And if you do get battery acid in your eyes, any drinkable fluid. Well, that's it for today. It's Johnny T. You guys have a safe day out there.